If we don't fix this one thing, all the good teachers are going to retire. My name is Mr. D, and I've been teaching for 10 years, and I have never seen this problem before. The sub shortage is drastically affecting our schools, and it needs to be fixed. In order for you to understand the problem, you have to see the process on what it takes to find a sub for a teacher. The first thing a teacher does is they find their sub. Usually a teacher has a couple subs that they go to because they're great with their students, they know their routine, they know the school knows them. So it just makes it easier for when a teacher is able to find their own sub. And if they can't find a sub, then it's up to admin to find one. So the school usually has a list of subs that they go to. These subs are great, they know the school, they know the students know them. And if they can't find a sub from there, and no one else in the district is filling in that position, then things get shaken up at school. Sometimes specialists are having to cover positions in addition to their teaching. Sometimes intervention teachers are pulled from their group so that they can fill in for a classroom teacher. And if they do that, then they can't cover their intervention group, and those students are missing valuable instruction time. Sometimes specialist teachers that deal with behaviors are pulled to fill in a classroom, and those students that need that behavior support aren't getting that support. And if you're lucky, a classroom teacher might have a student teacher. That classroom teacher might be pulled, and their student teacher would then sub for that class. In some cases, a class may be divided into groups, and then those groups are sent to other classes. And that's hard for those teachers because they have to accommodate for the additional students, and they can't teach what they usually teach because they have other students coming into their classroom. So why would a school need all these subs? In order for schools to meet the demands of the district and the state, teachers need time. A single Monday is not enough time for teachers to plan intervention groups. It's not enough time to create groups and make sure they're meeting the demands of the Alaska Reads Act so that each student is getting their intervention minutes in every day of the week. Another reason why we need subs is because some school positions are not filled, such as special education aid or recess monitors, and those positions don't get paid very well, especially for aides where the work doesn't match their pay at times. These subs can go to another district and get paid 2 to 3 times more. So how bad is it? Well, here's an example. 30 minutes before school starts, our principal comes up to my colleague and tells her that she has to sub for behavior support. Now, when you work in behavior support, you have to be flexible and you have to have running shoes because we have elopers. My colleague did not have running shoes and she was not prepared to run. On top of that, our principal has gone through 5-10 different reiterations on how she's going to fill this position, and she has to walk up to my colleague and tell her that she has to fill this position. Why? Because my colleague has a student teacher who can then take over her class. And my colleague knows that our principal has run through that plan, and that's the best plan for the school. Here's another example. When a job doesn't fill in, our administrative assistant has to step in. So she has been in the kitchen, she has been in library, she has been outside doing recess monitor. She's all over the place because we don't have any subs. Crazy. What now? Well, here are some solutions that I thought of that may potentially help with the sub shortage. Number 1, increase the pay for special education aides. There has to be an incentive for people to work in these positions. These positions are very hard and they require a lot. If the benefits and the pay were worth it, we wouldn't have to fill these positions because these positions would already be filled. 2, increase the pay for subs. There has to be an incentive for subs to sub in our district. Last but not least, number 3, lighten the load on teachers. Teachers are given a new curriculum, a new assessment, and that requires time for them to learn it. And in order to learn it, they need subs to cover their classroom so they can learn this new curriculum, so they can learn this new assessments to give to their students. These are just some ideas, and it hurts me to see my colleagues and other teachers across the nation having to deal with this shortage and take on other roles on top of the endless list that they have to do. And I don't want to see a lot of good teachers retire because of this simple problem. If you can share this video with every teacher, every parent, every family member to get this out, I would really appreciate it. My name is Mr. D from Alaska, and thank you.